New Hampshire. Hats off and away to Honda. Every automaker statements to be invested in the ever-shrinking midsize sedan market, but Honda is apparently the only one actually doing something over it. While other brands keep giving us precisely the same three boxes in slightly reskinned packages, the all-new 2018 Honda Accord could be the only midsize sedan that feels genuinely all-new. My editor want me to have straight-to-your driving experience, which is only dandy, I assure you, but the modifications to the Accord's physical manifestation are definitely the big story, so let's complete those without delay. The new Honda Accord sports exactly the same fastback shape because Civic, and it also wears it. The grille is fussy along with the chrome-trimmed rocker panels around the touring model really are a bit silly, though the ALD headlights standard on all models look cool and futuristic, and also the taillights are slicker than goose droppings. Besides, in terms of design, proportion is king, along with the Accord rocks it. From any angle, this can be a great-looking car. Even bigger improvements can be obtained from the cabin. The previous Accord's ridiculous dual-screen dashboard continues to be tossed into the dumpster, where it belongs. Replacing it is just a dash that is certainly smooth and sleek and modern. Climate controls are already simplified, along with the stereo finally has freaking dials, two of these, even, one for volume then one for tuning, just like God commanded to Moses. The stand-up display stereo also gets accessory buttons for common functions, and even though Honda's graphical infotainment interface still trails the very best in the biz, it's recuperating. Though the modern Accord is smaller around the outside, it's bigger around the inside. Thanks to an increase in wheelbase as well as a back seat that nestles deep into your pillar, the 2018 Accord provides an absurd level of rear seat legroom, 2.5 inches, a lot more than the outgoing model, as well as a decent amount of headroom for the swooping roofline. The trunk is larger as well, but the bottom side of the rear window dragged to date rearward, the opening is quite small. It could be time for Honda to adhere to Buick's lead and turn the Accord into a liftback. One with the coolest details could be the semi-digital dash. The speedo for the right will be the real thing, even so the center display and left side tech really are a 7-inch TFT screen. The tech could be substituted with navigation, phone, audio and trip computer displays. But leaving it in Revkender mode is actually a treat. The animation is class ice for Disney movie smooth, and were it not for the fact that the speedometer needle is usually a three-dimensional object, it'd be almost impossible to tell which in the two gauges is real and which is really a video image. So how would be the driving experience? The answer is long, but it may be summed up in 3 words, pretty darn good. The big news with the 2018 Accord is its all-turbo engine lineup, that old 2.4-liter 4-cylinder and 3.5-liter V6 being replaced by 1.5 and a pair of .0-liter turbocharged 4s. The 2.0T is basically the Civic Type R's engine detuned to 252 horsepower and 273 lb-ft of torque. The second being the best torque figure ever put onto an Accord. Turbo lag is minimal, another 2.0T's stumble when floored at a standstill, however the Accord's jumps off of the line, registers sharply at 2000 RPM, breaks the tires loose at 3500, and spins them the way to redline. On paper, the two main .0T's torque curve sets out to drop off above 4000 RPM, closely mimicking the behavior of the traditional V6. In the real world, pickup is terrific. I dropped the hammer to secure an 18-wheeler over a tight laner, and also the time I pulled back into my lane, the speedo was brushing the century mark. Honda could be late towards the 2.0T party, but it really's used its once again time wisely, in my opinion, This will be the first 4-cylinder turbo that may be genuinely superior to the V6 it replaces. To lighter Accords having an automatic gearbox, get Honda's new homegrown 10-speed, a dream of your tranny that gives smooth upshifts and prompt downshifts. Sport models might be had that has a 6-speed manual, although the shift action isn't quite as tight because the outgoing Accord Sport, it's still a pleasure to row. Honda expects about 80% of Accord buyers to opt for that 1.5-liter turbo, which produces 192 horsepower and 192 lb-ft of torque. Turbo lag is little more pronounced than that from the 2.0T, however the engine comes alive around 2,250 rpm and pulls strongly and evenly right towards the rev limiter, with peak torque delivered right all the best way to 5,000 rpm. Sport models is usually had which has a 6-speed manual, the identical gearbox paired for the 2.0T engine, while other 1.5-liter Accord models utilize a continuously variable automatic. Honda hasn't aimed to make this CVT become anything but what it's, although purists may despise the droning engine note, its smooth, shift-free acceleration really should be a hit with all the masses. Even essentially the most die-hard step-head tranny snob will likely be forced to acknowledge how well the CVT does its job. Snapping the engine up into its torque band when power is essential and promptly dropping it into run silent mode if your driver eases from the accelerator. Let's shift gears on the 2018 Accord chassis, containing also been completely reworked. The basic layout is the identical, with McPherson struts up front plus a multi-link setup out back. New this season is an adaptive damper system, nevertheless it's only available around the top-of-the-line touring model, which is really a shame. I'd want to see it within the Sport. Also new is often a dual-pinion variable ratio steering system. Out about the open road, the 2018 Accord puts it all together practically. The revised electrical energy steering technique is both heavier and stiffer as opposed to outgoing setup. Even though off-center feel and precision are fantastic, there's not very much feedback when generating mid-corner corrections. Grip and balance felt good, though I was prevented from pushing the Accord to its limits by narrow roads, blind curves, and local drivers. Suffice it to say that when you enroll in this publication's No Boring Cars mantra, there is the 2018 Accord an extremely satisfying drive. Honda has retained the somewhat firm ride with the outgoing Accord, however it is gone over a which seek out noise, slathering your body with sound insulation and adding another microphone for the standard fit active noise cancellation system. X, EXL and Touring models even get sound-absorbing wheels. The new Accord is noticeably quieter than that old one, though there's still a moderate quantity of road noise, particularly cars devoid of the noise-annexing wheels. Honda has gotten a big step within the safety front by designing its Honda Sensing system, which comprises a collision detection system with automatic braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, road departure mitigation, automatic high beams, and also a backup camera standard on all Accord models. Unfortunately, the nifty lane watch system, which mounted a wide-angle camera within the right side mirror, is fully gone. I thought this is one with the most innovative security measures ever developed, and I asked Honda why it got the axe. The course notes said that while journalists as I am loved it, owners were almost certainly going to switch it. Well, Honda has replaced it, which has a traditional blind spot warning system, though it's only offered in X, EXL and Touring models. The Accord Hybrid will return towards the lineup noisy. 2018 Honda's two-motor hybrid system returns. Even so, the downsized battery is currently small enough to share with you under-seat space while using fuel tank. That means the hybrid gets exactly the same 16.7 cubic feet of trunk volume because the regular Accord, along that has a 6040 split-fold rear seat. I took a concise drive in the early production version of the brand new Accord Hybrid, and liked it in the same way much because the current gen Accord Hybrid, in short, plenty. The 2018 Honda Accord will keep the identical basic trim lineup LX, Sport, X, EXL, Touring since the outgoing car, with all the 1.5T-liter engine offered in all of the 5 levels. The pairing from the smaller engine with all the Touring model is completely for 2018. The 2.0T may be had in Sport, EXL and Touring trims. The 2.0T Sport may be the new addition here, plus it gets a few extra standard features compared towards the 1.5T Sport. Pricing ranges from $24,465 including an $895 destination charge for that 1.5T LX as much as $36,675 with the 2.0T Touring, and Honda expects most buyers to gravitate to your $26,655 1.5T Sport or $28,345 1.5T X. Honda we hadn't revealed pricing for that Accord Hybrid at time of writing, however they did announce a whole new base model to check the X, EXL and Touring trims. Once again, all Accords bought in America are going to be built in America, using the cars assembled at Honda's Marysville plant along with the new turbo engines integrated near Vienna, Ohio. Bottom line, this would be the most innovative Accord to return along in ages. Granted, high of what's new within the 2018 Honda Accord is actually new for Honda. The Chevy Malibu visited an all-turbo and hybrid engine lineup in 2016, the Hyundai Sonata did the fastback roof thing in 2011, as well as the Galvin brothers introduced a stereo with knobs in 1930. Still, once you put it all together, everything you have isn't only the most innovative Accord in years, however the most compelling car around the midsize sedan market. Other manufacturers might be giving lip service towards the segment, but Honda is putting its money where its mouth is. I'll very impressed if the all-new Accord doesn't develop into an extraordinarily strong seller. 2018 Honda Accord specifications. Fall 2017. Price $24,445 base. Engine 1.5 liters turbocharged 16 valve I-4192 HP at 5,500 revolutions per minute, 192 lb-ft at 1,6500 revolutions per minute. 2.0 liters turbocharged 16 valve I-4252 HP at 6,500 revolutions per minute, 273 lb-ft at 1,5004 revolutions per minute. Transmission continuously variable, 10-speed automatic, 6-speed manual. Layout 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, FWD sedan. EPA mileage 3,038 miles per gallon city hui. LXWXH 192.2 by 73.3 by 57.1 in. Wheelbase 111.4 inches, weight 3,1383, 428 pounds, 060 miles per hour, na. Top speed na.